Last night, in his very first game with the New York Jets, on the very first series, one of the first plays of the game, Aaron Rodgers suffered a season-ending injury. And I want to talk about the grief associated with this situation and grief itself. You know, my goal for this series is to bring to you the psychological aspects of popular news stories and things going on in pop culture. And when I saw this, I immediately thought of the grief that must be experienced by Aaron Rodgers and the players on the New York Jets and the fans of the New York Jets.
Protection breaks down and time runs out. Down goes Rodgers and the sack for Leonard Floyd. New this year, and after spending 3 years with the Rams, the former first-round pick of the Bears, and now Rodgers sits down.
So that was it. That was the debut of Aaron Rodgers on the New York Jets. And it's crazy because Aaron Rodgers is an older player. This may very well be a career-ending injury. An Achilles tear is a problem that usually takes players a year to come back to being able to perform, and then another year to kind of get their body back up to speed and responsive. And some players never make it back. So this is a super serious injury. And it's also crazy because the Jets had gone all in on this particular season. The Jets had gone all in on making this season successful. They got Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers, and all Jets fans and Jets players are super excited about what this was going to mean. And then this happened. So grief occurs when there's a significant change in our lives, usually instantaneous and usually associated with a loss. Now, when we think about grief, we often think about death, but it's really any loss. Like, I've had grief issues associated with death in my life, and I've also had grief issues associated with like moving from Massachusetts, my childhood home, and not going back. I used to tell people, I feel like I'm grieving Massachusetts, and it's because it's a loss associated with a change in my life. So how do you deal with it? The way you deal with it is you have to accept the new reality. And that, quite honestly, is the biggest shuffle. That, quite honestly, is the biggest challenge, is being able to deal with the new reality that you are now faced with. Your brain does not want to accept that it's real. And I'm sure right now, all the people around Aaron Rodgers and the players and even Jets fans are having a hard time accepting that this situation is real. But you do have to accept the new reality and begin to carry on in a way that is effective for you. Now, I'm not saying get over it. I'm just saying the sooner that people can accept the reality, the new reality, and the new environment in which you exist, then you get to move forward in a way that honors who you're trying to become and what you're trying to do. Here in the sports context, the New York Jets, whether Aaron Rodgers is playing or not, they're still trying to win football games. So they have to accept this new reality and then start working on the process of continuing to play and win football games. But it's also that way in life. One of the biggest grief issues I ever had, I was in Copenhagen, Denmark, giving a lecture, and I got news that my uncle, probably my closest family member, one of the closest and most important people to ever exist in my life, had passed away. And minutes later, I had to get up on a stage and give a lecture. And I called a really close friend of mine and told him what had just happened and that I didn't think I had it in me to give this lecture. And this friend, whose name is Chris, he said something so powerful to me. He said, you're gonna have to shine brighter than you've ever shined before. I'll never forget him saying those words, to honor your uncle. And it was just what I needed to hear so that I could carry on doing the job that I needed to do, because that's the challenge. When you experience grief, you often just want to sit and struggle and grieve and cry and be sad. And I wanted to do all of those things. But in this particular case, I had a job to do and I had to give this lecture. And I think it's the same thing here. Aaron Rodgers is not going to play this year. The news was just released this morning. It's officially an Achilles tear, which, as I said, is a very serious injury. And he is not going to play. That's just the reality. But the task the Jets have is to continue to try to win football games. And I think that's a wonderful metaphor for life. Like, when you experience a grief issue, the task is to continue to push forward and try to accomplish goals and try to achieve your greatness within the new reality. And the biggest challenge when you're dealing with grief is to be able to accept the new reality and move forward. but that's where the power is, and that's what's very, very important. There is no right way to grieve. There is no, this is how you're supposed to do it. There is no, this is how you're supposed to feel. There is no normal. These things are very, very hard and very, very challenging, and you have to do the best you can to deal with a hard situation. So, as soon as I saw that, I immediately thought about grief. And I know that people are out there are grieving whatever losses may be going on in your life. Grief is a part of the human experience, and that is okay. We don't have to be perfect. And as I've said, there's no right way to do it. There's no, this is normal. You just have to get through grief in the way that you do. So I wish Aaron Rodgers the best. I hope psychologically he's holding up well, given what has happened. And I hope so much that the Jets can carry on and continue to pursue their goals as well. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this informed you a little bit. If you're a Jets fan, I'm sorry that this has happened, but you're still in pursuit of your goals. They even won the game, by the way. The Jets found a way to win that game. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this video and on this story. I do love interacting with people as they support this series. Once again, I'm Elliott Connie and I'm a psychotherapist. I'm a licensed psychotherapist who likes to bring to you the psychological aspects of popular news stories and things from pop culture so that you can learn and evolve and grow. I hope I did that in this video today. Please like this video. Like I said, comment on this video, share this video, help me reach more people, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I love each and every one of you for doing that. Thank you so much for your support. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time we post a new video. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.